So I will talk now about your internal compass. Basically, you can lead your life in two ways. Either you are directed by the external compasses of other people, systems, corporations, families, and so on. And to a degree, that's okay. Or you can be authentic being that actually follows their own internal compass. And coaching is very much about this, about recognizing what are the signs on your internal compass. How do I find my way? Even Frank Sinatra talks about it in a little different way. But if you live your own way, at least to a reasonable degree, we're not talking you're totally egoistic. You still have to think about other people and making them happy. But if you follow your internal compass mostly to a reasonable degree, then it's automatic satisfaction. Because whatever you do, you are still following your compass, which means you are on your mission and your life makes sense. So you have a meaning, like Viktor Frankl talks about the meaning. And he has gone through concentration camp where people lost the meaning of their lives, and only those who actually kept the meaning, kept focusing on their meaning of life, survived. So it's really serious. There is the whole psychological method, psychological field, which is called logotherapy, which is finding back your internal compass and recognizing what it is. And coaching very much actually deals with logotherapy, maybe in a little bit different way than psychology, but that's it. So maybe I will talk about developmental circle, how we develop and what happens when we go through stages of our life. So at the beginning, we get born and we are a pure being with pure potential. All our potential DNA is ready to flourish. And then what happens? Then actually we get conditioned to what the family, what the society, then what the school needs, what the company needs. We get conditioned. And in order to be successful in this world, of course, we need some of that conditioning. But in most people, that conditioning becomes too much. An example, a nice girl, a good boy. We become nice girls and good boys, which basically means we are so nice that we are following the wishes of everyone around us. And this is completely not attractive, and it will not make you stand out, and it will not make you successful. You need to, at some point, rebel a little bit. And some people in the teenage age, usually sometimes later, rebel. But the rebellion could be of two kinds. There could be the rebellion which is unconscious, so you just rebel to rebel. You start drinking, you take narcotics, you just cut off ties with your family, or you quit your job and stuff like this. And this is kind of a protestive rebelling. So you protest, you want something else, but you don't know what, and you just go haywire in general, more or less, depends on the person. Or you get psychologically down, and it's a way of rebellion, unconscious rebellion, to get so frustrated that you are an angry person, or you get so depressed that you are a depressed person. Again, a middle way. We look for the middle way. So the middle way is the conscious rebellion. You decide what's important to you, and any coaching approach, this is the main question. What's important to you? And what's important to you now, considering your experience, considering of what you have done, and considering that you have climbed many peaks in your life and actually achieved what you want. But you keep doing the same thing very often. And of course, the society, the family, the company wants you to do the same thing, while your life becomes a bit stale and boring, and you might as well think about it. Okay, what's important to me now, rather than following what I have done before. So this is again connecting to your inner compass, finding what's your spirit, basically, and not some religious spirit, but what's your individual spirit wants, or individual soul sometimes, or what just you want, what your I wants. Not just wishes, not that you want a new Mercedes. That's like a wish marketed by the modern system. What's really your internal wish? And that wish, as in my book, comes through dreaming and connecting to your deeper essence, and really feeling what you are here for in this world. Or even more powerful way to get into what you want is you go back to your pains, your bigger pains in life. So for example, my biggest pain is that so many people are suffering because they are powerless, or they lost a lot of their power. And that happened to me, so I really have it in me. I protest against this pain of being weak and powerless. I want everyone to grow, to flourish, to be strong, and therefore do something good for the world. So you connect to this biggest pain, and you turn it around, and you make it your mission. That's basically. So for example, one of my biggest pains was difficulty in communicating with people, especially my parents. And so now I'm teaching communication as part of my leadership courses and helping people to be stronger. Because it was my pain. I'm reminded about this pain almost every day, because every day there are some communication issues with some people at least, or I see some communication issues, on the internet, or sometimes in the TV even. And then I'm like, oh, my mission is to help people communicate better. And that's one aspect of their personal power. And once they have personal power, they will be much more gentle, they will be much more better for everyone else, starting from their family, and in the end they will be somehow more or less directly better to me also, which doesn't matter very much, but at least I will feel a little bit of that, okay, I contributed something. So very much my mission is now on contribution in some way, so you actually can have a better life, because my life wasn't great. And my goal now is to make my life better, but also everyone else's, because we can only do it together. We are one, and we are affecting each other at any moment. So this was a little bit more about your internal compass. Remember, internal compass. In my book, Personal Power, Expedition to Personal Power, at the end is a few pages about how to work on your internal compass. So I invite you to read it.